morning, Cam. Today headed downtown and going to one of my favorite kind of like bead and part shops that I'll get to show to look for some end pieces that I use on the Cobra wrap necklaces. And other than that, you know, the usual like custom. Oh, I am looking for new stones for the fall collection, so I'm excited about that. Just an insight into process. Plus I have like a really fancy hairdo today with my special little combs. So, you know, showing that off. All right, peace. Again, the Cam evening wrap up, and you know, as if you've watched any of my episodes, you know that like I have a pretty solid downtown routine, whether it's like working on CAD for custom, picking up, dropping off castings, kind of working with that kind of stuff. But today I actually started working on fall 2016, and so that's a fun change. And although I was like, I felt like maybe you guys can't tell during the morning video, but I felt like so dragging this morning. But doing things like that like really make me excited, get me kind of motivated. I also picked up this custom, almost like an adaptation piece. My client wanted to make. I made 2 rings for birthstones a little while ago, and she wanted to make the same kind of thing but for her mom, and at a bit more a different price point, a lower price point. So what I did was use my Skyline Stacker ring base, which is just an eternity band ring base, and then I used the 2 birthstones alternating as they went around, and it made a beautiful ring. I'll show it to you. So let's see. Hopefully you can see it. It's so little, it's hard for me to tell, but it's peridot and tourmaline, and just a really nice, it says 8, so just a really nice like delicate stacked band. So I'm excited to get that to her. Let's see, I also kind of wanted to talk about, I love being downtown because it like gives me a lot of energy, but at the same time, like I'm one of those people, my sources of inspiration, I try not to let them come from other designers, because other designers are making such amazing things that like I feel like if I'm constantly following on Instagram or like looking at everyone's lookbook, that I can be so easily heavily influenced by what they're doing. And given the fact that I work downtown and I have all the resources, I'm like, oh, I can make that. Yeah, I can make any of these things. But you really want to make sure your voice is your own. So like, how do you maintain that and make sure that you're making things that are like within your voice? Doesn't mean you can't be adventurous design wise, but you want to make sure you're not like so heavily influenced by someone else that you're not making things that are really true to your brand. So kind of what I wanted to address today is just that, you know, obviously be inspired by others, but make sure you're not knocking them off, because there's certain shapes like an eternity band that, you know, nobody owns that. Everyone makes, you know, different eternity bands. but you want to make sure the other stuff you're making is pretty signature to your own style. I also am going to try and get more jewelry designers like me that are in a variety of places in their career, so because everyone's got such a different path and how they approach all this kind of stuff. So I've got 2 scheduled for next week, and it'll be exciting to see kind of what their process is and how they approach some of the same things that I do. So look forward to that coming up. All right, peace.